Okay, good afternoon. It's Monday. Happy Memorial Day to all of you people out there that have relatives that have served in the military, is serving in the military. You have served in the military. That includes me. Happy Memorial Day. We appreciate your service, your dedication, your commitment to protect us and to stand up for what's right for our country. That is an honor. So, again, happy Memorial Day. And for those of you that are not necessarily celebrating but commemorating, our hearts go out to you. And we still thank you for allowing your loved one to serve unselfishly for our country. Thank you. All right. It is still hot in Florida, but I think today's a little bit cooler. I'm not sure. I haven't really been outside. I'm sitting out here overlooking a pond in the backyard, and it seems to be a little shady out there, just a little bit, but no, it's still hot. Anyway, all right. This is our first series for the 15 minutes of Dynamite Insight. We're going to have a little fun with this one today. I promise I'm going to do my bestest to stay at 15 minutes. I value people's time. I do want you to kind of come back. If you can't get a chance to finish it out at one time, save the clip and come back and check it out to the end. 15 minutes is usually not a long time. You know, you can either be walking around, you can be driving, you don't have to look at my face, and you can hear what I'm saying. Okay? Besides, you might not want to look at my face. Anyway, I am still drinking on my wonderful tea, and I like green tea, and I'm drinking it out of my cup that has this chip on it. This happened to be my favorite cup, so don't judge me. This is good stuff. Actually, green tea is very good. It's helping me with my water retention issues, and it's very therapeutic. It really is effective. It works. Okay, so I want to finish it before it gets cold. Even though I could pour that over ice too, and I could just drink it with ice, and it's just as good. Anyway, that's not our insight today. All right. Okay, this one we're going to do today. This one is going to be our icebreaker video clip. This is like a little game of life that I learned about a year or so ago. And it's like a mantra that goes along with the age that you are in your life based on experience. And it's kind of common among all of us. I've been around long enough to kind of see some life changes in different generations. I can at least go back 3 generations that, I had actually observed things. I can at least go back 3 or 4. Okay, because the other 10, the first 10, I was too young. Okay, well, I was a child. Most of that is memory. So anyway, okay, this is like this little game. So what happens is, whatever age you are, the ending number, let's say it's a 0 or 1 and you're 20 or you're 31, the 0 or the 1 is where the mantra part comes in at. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm 55 and I don't have time. Okay, that's my mantra to myself, because I can waste so much time doing unproductive things, unproductive activities, spending time with unproductive people who want to go nowhere, do no thing, do nothing. And that is a wasting of my time. I used to say when I was a little younger that 3 things will really get me teed off, and that's the nice way of saying it, is people who try to make a fool out of me, or people who waste my time. I'm not going to let you waste my time. I used to let people just take all the time they needed to dump all their stuff on me, run up and down the street trying to please them, do their things, do their projects, and I find out when I need some help, nobody's around. So when I got to this point in my life, you know what? I am half of a century plus. I do not have the time to waste on you and your foolishness. This other thing I think I posted on Facebook a month or so ago, and I really make that a point to live by, is this one. I'm 55 and I don't have time. There's 3 things in life that I don't have time for right now, especially now. 1, demons. 2, drama, and 3, distractions. Zero time, because that again, those things usually are frustrating activities or frustrating involvements that do nothing but steal your time. They're time thieves. And when you come up for air and realize that, wait a minute, I've wasted more time doing nothing and still haven't accomplished anything, or dealing with this person who has no intention of changing the way they're doing their lives, have no intention of doing any better, have no intention of improving. They're just sitting there, they're sucking the life out of you and drawing your energy, your strength, your wisdom, your knowledge, and not going to do a blame thing. And that includes some of my grown children. Mothers, at a certain age, let them go. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I got this little chart here. I need my readers. So let me put them on. See, that's part of that age thing. When I don't want to wear my glasses because they make me look like Miss Magoo. Anyway. Okay, we're going to start with 0 and we're going to go through 9. So again, it's the first number of your that says the decade that you're in, and the last number of the year in your life that you're in. All right. The age game for life. 0. Let's say you're 30 years old, 20, 40. I have 0 tolerance for foolishness. I'm 20. I have 0 tolerance for foolishness. At this age in your life, you really don't have time for foolishness. You're trying to get your career on. You're trying to get your life on. You're trying to get some things done. You're trying to get a plan going. You don't have time for a bunch of foolishness. And I see a lot of young people make the mistake of coming out, and they come out of high school. They spend a little time trying to between college. They don't necessarily go to college right away, or they take some downtime or whatever, and they get caught up in some stuff. And now that time that you were trying to think that maybe you needed 1 year down, 2 years down, turn into 10 or 15 years of wasted time. Food around with a bunch of foolishness, just doing stupid stuff. So make it a point. And even at 30, at 30 years old, I was doing stupid stuff. I just wasn't doing stupid stuff at 20. I was doing stupid stuff at 30, okay? Till I realized, you know what? I do not have time for foolishness. All right, so that's your 0. That's any age, 40, 50, wherever you are in life. 0. If that 0 is behind that number, you don't have time for foolishness. All right. Okay, you guys got it by now? All right, cool. All right. Number 1. Number 1 behind any number. So let's say you're 41. I'm 41. I got 1 life to live and 1 time to live it. Again, if you at 40 and you still messing around like you got 20 other lives to live after you leave this earth, something is wrong with you, okay? You are a thief of time and procrastinator, a do-nothing, a dreamer, or whatever, because you feel like I could take my sweet, precious time doing things that are necessary. So you're wasting your time, you're wasting other people's time, and you are wasting the resource of time that God gave you for your life. Don't you know that you have purpose and that you're going to give account to God for the time that you spent on this earth with the time that he gave you? You got to answer to the Creator for that. What are you going to tell him if your time clock ends at 40 years old and you step up there in heaven and he says, what did you do with the life and time I gave you? And you come up with, well, God, see, what had happened was this person, and well, see, I thought, and so you're going to be without excuse. You have nothing to give back to the God that gave to you. What a wasted life. I believe there's a portion in the scripture says that's a wicked servant because you wasted the time. Time is valuable. I know people who are approaching 40 years old in their lives and have done nothing but wasted that time. No career goals, no objectives, no plans, just sitting around waiting for life to happen, talking about God going to rain it down out of heaven. I'm waiting on my breakthrough. You ain't fixing to get no breakthrough if you don't get up and get through. Got it? Okay. I get passionate about stuff like this because, we waste good time. Anyway, I got a few more, so I don't want to run out of time. I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as possible. 2, if you're 22, 32, 42, The two, I'm I'm 22. I'm making it do what it do. I got no time to fool with you. Here again, it goes back to being a good steward of the time and energy and the resources that God has given to you for the purposes that you are to be or you are to fulfill while you're here on this earth. And you do not have time to fool with people who are not doing anything to help you get to that place in your life. And that includes boyfriends, fiancés, liances. Yeah, I said it, liances. They sit up there talking what they're going to do, getting involved with people who is not really serious about life, trying to be with somebody who ain't yours. That's a waste of time. That's that you are allowing them to steal your dreams and your visions. So you don't get a chance to do you. You don't get a chance to do your thing. You don't get a chance to make it do what it do because you're too busy focusing on the drama that's coming along with this person that's taking the time to make a fool out of you. Again, you're 22, 32. I'm whatever it is, I'm making it do what it's got to do. Okay? Got no time to fool with you. 3, 33, 43, 53. Number 3, it's all about me. At 33, usually you start to feel like, okay, I need to find me. I need to find my path in life. I need to figure out where I'm going. Okay, you're not being selfish. You're trying to find your path. You're trying to find your purpose. Usually that's about where you start thinking about life seriously, around about that age if you haven't already started a little bit earlier. Sometimes some of us are late bloomers. We don't get to that point till after we get through. And most of the time, maybe that's because of some things that we are enduring that are either health wise or emotional breakdowns or serious issues or trauma in the family where you just kind of fell out a pocket. Now you're trying to get back up and pick up your life and go on. But for those of us that have traveled on a long and maybe normal pathway, you haven't got married yet, or you're married and you've had a child or two, and now it's been about 10 years, and now you're 33, and now you find that time, especially women, you got married early and you had children early in that relationship, and you find that I just don't have the time to put in for me, but now it's my time to do me. 33, it's all about me. 4, 44, I can't take it no more. Again, no time for drama, no time for distractions, no time for foolishness. Whatever's going on, I ain't taking it no more. Let's get this stuff straight and let's move on. All right. Number 5, my favorite, because that's where I am right now. 55, I don't have time. Again, I don't have time for whatever you got going on that's not productive or have anything to do with me fulfilling the purpose in my life, which God gave to me. Help me get where I'm trying to go. You just want to sit down and shoot the breeze and have conversations that are pointless, have meetings to have meetings to have meetings, and nobody's getting anything done. Even in business, I don't have time. Just don't. Okay? Nothing personal, strictly business, nothing personal. All right? Number 6, 66. That's the magic number. I don't turn tricks. Nah, I'm not finna mess with that much because I said I don't turn tricks. Let's just say this. You're going to have to take that any way that you need to take that. I'm just going to leave that right there because that right there is a fully loaded cannon. But if it was me and I was still out there trying to find the right one, that would be a rule I would live by. I ain't got time and I don't turn tricks. Okay? But I'm just going to table it right there. Next, 7. 77, you real close. Usually by then, if you haven't got it together, you probably won't. But you're on your way to heaven. At least that's what you're supposed to be thinking. That's what usually people's mindsets are towards eternity. If they're not bogged down with life, dealing with issues and retirement issues and whatever, usually that's about where we are. You know, if we have that reasonable time and health and our strength in our bodies and mental capacities, you've done things in life, you've settled things down, and you're on your way out of here. Now, it matters to you then what you've done, who you've helped, and what you're leaving for those to carry on behind you. Good one right there, 77. I'm on my way to heaven. 8, I'm straight. 28, good age to say that. I'm straight. I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about life. You got your plan on, you got your game on, everything's cool. Your stuff is so good and so set up that you can help somebody else get straight. You know what I'm saying? And in the hood, we say straight. So if you straight, then you can help somebody else get straight and stay straight. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm straight. And that can be at any age. Sometimes it takes a little time to get from point A to point B, but okay. All right. And nine, the last one, 49, 59. Some of us sisters can say this. It gets better with time. Again, I'm not fixing to let that go. I'm gonna be like my bishop say, I can't talk like I wanna, but if your mind is where it is at a certain age, women 59, 49, 69, you get better with time. 69 is stretching it a little bit, but hey, whatever floats your boat, that's cool too. But usually you're refined, you can see junk coming 50 miles away, you ain't even finna deal with it. Your mind is a different set. You're thinking differently. Your perceptions is better. You see and hear drama before it get to you. You don't even have time for it. You won't even tolerate it. And so that makes a better person, make you a better person to live with. You have more tolerance now for others. You can see and understand a man a little better, and vice versa. It could be the man, because now you've lived through some things, you've got a little bit of life experience, and now you've dealt with yourself, and now you're able to help stretch another person and help them grow and be better too, because you've came through what they're trying to go through, or in that relationship issue, you've been where they're trying to go, or you guys are traveling on the same pathway, and you can help each other. Okay. So when it comes down to that, get better with time, that can be physical, because sometimes some of us can really let ourselves go, or things happen. We had kids and we just never really got time to deal with us in our physical, situations. And I right now don't have to really worry about that, at least not all over. I got to work it from one section, but it's all right. I'm saying this. I'm gonna be the bomb, okay? I ain't even dealing with that junk, okay? But it gets better with time. That's more than just a physical notion. Okay, so I hope that kind of help you guys, lighten up, live a little. Those are kind of fun rules. There's nothing set in concrete about living. It's what you call on the job training. You get it as you go. The best thing about on the job training is getting it as go when you're talking and walking with God. The ultimate teacher of life, the Holy Spirit, helps and leads and guides you into the ways that are true. And so that the thing that you're trying to do, have that life and that life more abundantly, having life more abundantly don't have anything to do with having money in the bank. Jesus wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the quality of life that you live. Because when you die, you're not taking money to the grave with you. You are taking just what you have, nothing. And what's going to matter is how you've lived on the earth. And when you stand before him, you're going to have to give an account to him for the time that you spent in the life that he gave you. And that quality of life is the abundant life that he prepared for us. The abundant life, being free, being at peace, having joy, even when things are not going right. This is the life that he's talking about. That's the life he's talking about. So then again, as you're living and learning that, and then learning to be givers and learning to live contently and modestly, that doesn't say that you have to take a vow of poverty, because God give you a certain amount of money to work with. And if you really are a good steward, you can work that money. I can take $1 and turn it around. Now it's kind of challenging in these days and at the time, financially, to do a little bit with $1, a lot more, I should say, with $1. But I can stretch it out a little bit. I can make it do some things. Okay, so when we're talking about abundance, it's not money. That's a part of it that comes with it. Because if you got it in the mind, you got a kingdom mindset. You have the right mind with dealing with life and the things that God give you, resources. Then extra or whatever you need, or even more, comes, because now you've got the wisdom and the knowledge and understanding on how to retain and how to make little make much. One thing I got to say, and I got to get off because my time is out. Jesus specialized in taking nothing and little and making much out of it. You don't believe what I'm saying? Go back and read and watch what he did with the 2 little fish and the 5 loaves of bread. very little, many needs. What he took was little and multiplied it and made it out of a lot. Where there was not just a lot, there was an abundance. If you pay attention to the things in your life, God usually starts you in your life with nothing, and he takes nothings and nobodies and make them out of somethings and somebodies. Okay? So before I continue and get excited, I'm going to go ahead and get off because I don't want to go over my time many times. We're about 4 minutes over. But this was the first series. I want you guys to stay tuned for the next one. Don't know exactly what day of the week, but watch out for me. We're going to be having some fun. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Memorial's Day. Enjoy. Get ready to go back to work. Keep God in front. Keep him in sight, in view, inside, all around. Can't do nothing without God. Enjoy. Be blessed. And I'll see you again. Bye.